Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be the secret origin of Apo Apo. I'm also going to talk about Megamix and the Rustland because it also contributes to the theory. And with that said, let's just jump into it. So by now, most of you who have played Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled and have encountered Apo Apo have probably come to the same conclusion of what I'm going to disclose. But I'm also going to throw in my 2 cents and some lore that I believe contributes to his existence. And this is Apo Apo. He is a fusion of Aku Aku and Uka Uka. So many of you, I'm sure every single one of you who's watching this video knows who Aku Aku is. And when Radical Entertainment took over, they did a design change for Aku Aku, and he looks like this. Not many people were happy with it. Then we got the Uka Uka design. Here is his original design, and here is his redesign. So when I look at Aku Aku's redesign, I can see a similarity. We have Aku Aku with his feathers. The only main difference is he has extra stuff on the side and he lost his big eyebrows. Like, it's not that big of a difference, but people seem to freak out over it. But I understand when it comes to Uka Uka, because going from this to that is pretty drastic. Had you not known it was Uka Uka, you could probably think it was a different mask entirely. And that's exactly what I believed to be the case until I started going back and looking at the things that I was going to research for this video. And the remake, the Insane Trilogy, it actually altered things and made me change my stance on what I believe happened. So my original stance was that the masks are able to exit, or I shouldn't say the masks, the spirits of Aku Aku and Uka Uka are able to take their spirits out of the mask and go into any other mask that they want. And I'm going to explain why I believe that right now with some video clips. So this is going to be a video clip from Crash Twinsanity, and it's of the evil twins appearing, and they toss the masks. And it doesn't even look like the spirits are even in them anymore. So I'm going to play the clip for you.
It's probably for you.
Trick or treat! Trick or treat!
So as you can see, they just got tossed aside and you could hear them hit the ground. They're just wooden masks. It doesn't look like their eyes are shut or their mouths are like distorted from being frozen. They're just masks. So I believed that the spirits could leave the masks. Another clip which supports this actually came from the original cutscene in Crash Bandicoot 3. So if anyone needs a refresher, Aku Aku imprisoned Uka Uka in a temple for eons. They never said he trapped the mask of Uka Uka. They just said he trapped Uka Uka for eons. So it was my belief this whole time that Uka Uka's spirit was trapped in the temple. And I'm just going to play the clip for you right now.
Free at last.
Okay, so we see the spirit of Uka Uka, and he travels off to find Cortex. You never see the spirit again. The next time you see Uka Uka, he is in his mask form. So I took it as the spirits can leave the masks. From Warped, you saw that, and then the clip in Twinsanity showed that. So I believed the in-universe explanation as to why Uka Uka and Aku Aku looked drastically different in the Radical developed games was because their spirits simply went into new masks. That still may be the case that the spirits could jump into different masks, but the more that I looked into this, I think the masks also have the ability to transform. I mean, as far back as Crash Bandicoot 1, Aku Aku has had the ability to transform. Here's his golden state, and in Crash on the Run, he literally turns entirely golden. I could already hear people now saying, oh, he just turns gold, that's not a transformation. But then the same people will call this a transformation. Goku going Super Saiyan counts, but Aku Aku turning gold doesn't count for some reason. I swear, this is all going to get back to Apo Apo. So, let me show you the Insane Trilogy's Crash 3 opening. So the opening starts the same. You have the debris coming down. And there's the spirit of Uka Uka.
Free at last.
However, in this game, we don't see Uka Uka initially when Cortex is talking to him. We see the spirit. So this contributes to the transformation theory. So here is the spirit talking to Cortex and then transforming into Uka Uka.
Bandicoot! From deep inside my devil prison, I sent you simple instructions to follow.
So as you can see, we have Aku Aku being able to transform into his golden state, and we have Uka Uka able to transform from some bluish, spiritual-looking thing into his mask. But there's more. In the Radical games, whenever you jack a Titan, take over them, possess them, Aku Aku changes appearance. So that's Aku Aku every single time. But he has the ability to transform himself and change his appearance. So while some people think it's just a design change, I believe that the series actually backs up the fact that the masks can transform their shape to whatever they want, and they also have the ability to exit the host that they're in, the mask, and go into any other mask that they want. So I think that for some reason, Aku Aku and Uka Uka needed to fuse their powers. So we have Aku Aku and Uka Uka, and they fused together to become Apo Apo. I did a MS Paint comparison for you guys. The one thing that I didn't notice until I did this was that the feathers on top of Aku Aku's head here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, actually are represented by these spikes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I believe that Uka Uka and Aku Aku fused together and became Apo Apo. Now we get into the part of the theory why I believe that this happened. So, as you all know, the Rustland Grand Prix Megamix Mania level is a post-apocalyptic Ruse Tubes. You can see the shattered tube from Ruse Tubes tube there. And later in the level you drive in Engine's battleship from Crash to Insanity that Rusty Walrus was on. So I believe Cortex caused an apocalyptic event, and while this was happening, all of the toxic waste caused Megamix to be born. As seen in the opening for the Rustland Grand Prix, it says, "And to make matters worse, courtesy of our outlandish amount of nuclear waste comes a new contender, Megamix." A lot of people thought that this was just Megamix from the Huge Adventure, which couldn't have been the case because immediately after the battle in the Huge Adventure, he defused. So this is a new Megamix entirely that was created from all of the nuclear waste that was caused by the apocalyptic event that Dr. Cortex had done. We then see in Megamix Mania that Megamix owns a bunch of these silos. They are Megamix's property, or you might say his turf, his location. I believe Megamix is thriving in this toxic waste apocalypse, post-apocalypse that Cortex has created. So Megamix is the big baddie in charge. So the heroes and the villains of the Crash Bandicoot series decide it's time to put their differences aside. There is no longer good and evil. There is now only survival. So Uka Uka and Aku Aku decide it's time to fuse. And they fuse into Apu Apu to try and save the post-apocalyptic future. And as you can see, it's a perfect fusion of both of them. So that's my theory. That's what I believe happened. I believe Cortex causes the post-apocalyptic situation that we have. Then all of the nuclear waste and chemicals caused a Megamix to be born. And Uka Uka and Aku Aku decided to put their differences aside, merge together to become Apo Apo to help save the world. The only issue with that entire theory is that Apo Apo also protects Megamix. I believe that's just a meta reason, because you can't have Megamix driving around and not be able to collect the mask like everyone else. So they gave him the mask in that level. Again, I just think that's the meta reason for that. I can't think of a logical reason why Apo Apo would exist to protect everyone from Megamix, but then in turn protect Megamix in the racing levels. So anyway, that's the theory. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope I explained myself well enough for you guys to understand what I was trying to get through. As always, thank you for watching my videos and subscribing. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.